On January 1st, a young woman was found dragged to death in Delhi. This is a day when police are on constant alert in all major cities and protocols calls for extra monitoring and checkpoints to catch possible troublemakers such as those who drive drunk. However, the tragic death of 20-year-old Anjali in Kanjhawala, Delhi, early on Sunday morning exposed the glaring flaws in the strong preparations undertaken each year to control boisterous revellers. Additionally, it demonstrated the widespread disregard for laws and apathy towards them that seem to be ingrained in Delhi's social structure. In this news report, let's see the questions that surrounds this bizarre hit and run that has stunned the national capital and everyone in the country. First, where were the patrolling police when the body was being dragged for nearly 13 kilometers? One of the most intensely patrolled night of the year, with roughly 18,000 police and security personnel on the streets of New Year's Eve. It almost took 2 hours between the first PCR call and 20-year-old Anjali Singh's body being found. During this duration, approximately 5 PCR calls were made, and the body was dragged over 10 kilometers between Sultanpuri and Kanjhawala in Outer Delhi. According to PTI report, 1,600 pickets for checking were erected and over 1,200 mobile patrolling vehicles and 2,074 motor vehicles were in the service of the force on New Year's Eve. Then where was the patrolling police in between from Kanjhawala to Sultanpuri when the body was being dragged by the accused in the car? The next question arises is, why didn't the police reach on time? According to media reports, 5 calls were made about the incident. The first PCR call is learned to have made around 2:30 a.m. and was received by the police in Rohini district. The caller told them an accident had taken place, while the second call to the police was at 3:20 a.m. The third call at around 3:30 a.m. and the fourth call at around 3:56 a.m. and thereby the last call at around 4:15 a.m. In between the 2 hours time, when 5 PCR calls were made to the police, no action by the Delhi police was done. This indicates that it almost took 2 hours for Delhi police to get at the spot. Now, the other question that arises is, was the victim gang raped? The victim's family alleges that there is more than to the case. Since her body was allegedly recovered nude, they fear it was a 2012 Nirbhaya-like crime. Rebutting rape claims, the police said that the friction caused the victim's clothes to be torn off. The postmortem and the preliminary report indicates that there was no injury marks on her private parts, which indicate that there was no sexual assault. Now, the other question that arises is, were the people in the car too drunk to realize a body stuck under the tire? The 5 people in the car were Amit, Deepak Khanna, Manoj Mittal, and a local BJP leader who has a ration shop, Krishnan, an employee at the Spanish Cultural Center in Connaught Place, and Mithun, a hairdresser. The man who was driving the car had told the police that few kilometers after hitting Anjali Singh's scooty in the early hours of Sunday, he felt that something was stuck under the car. But the other 4 occupants asked him to drive on, according to a report in NDTV. According to the same report, they have also confessed to being drunk at the time of the crash. Official sources say that they consumed more than 2 bottles of liquor inside the car. Now, all of these questions are still unanswered. Amid this spiraling report, Home Minister Amit Shah, amid massive protests by locals, has directed the Delhi Police Commissioner Sanjay Arora to conduct a thorough inquiry in the case.
Hi, you have been watching our videos on HW News English. But why be content with content in just one language when you can choose from both? Yes, from 1st of January, we are bringing together the repository of our ground reports, interviews and analysis under the umbrella of HW News Network. So, while HW News English will stay as it is, you will now be able to watch our Hindi and English reportage together. So don't forget to watch HW News Network from 1st of January.